subscribe to our YouTube channel and be the first to know of our latest videos and resources. Like us on Facebook and get in touch. Sign up to our website so you'll never miss any of our exciting news, updates and videos.
Hello and welcome to Little Blessings Online. I'm Jo.
And I'm Andy B.
And we're thinking about musical instruments today. And so I wondered, what sort of musical instrument have you played or seen?
Well, I have seen a computer keyboard. And when you say the word keyboard, you think, oh, keyboard, that's like a computer thing. But a keyboard could also be something on a piano or an organ, or in my case, the best instrument in the world, of course, the electronic keyboard. And I've got two. So one is what we call a synthesizer, makes really funky sounds. And the other one is a very lightweight one that makes piano sounds. But I was wondering what instruments you've known or played or seen or even know the names of. I found a few photos out on the internet to have a look at, and the very first one is called a bass guitar. And a bass guitar is something you hear usually at the bottom of the music, kind of boom, 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 boom. At the back, it sort of goes along with what the drums are doing. That's quite often what a bass guitar does. And the next one is called a violin. Now, a violin is part of the string family because you play it with strings. The bow's made of horsehair, and then you've got the strings on the violin. A viola is a slightly deeper sounding, lower sounding than a violin. That's what a viola is, but that one's a violin. All right, and there's a piano. So it's nearly as good as a keyboard, I think, but it's quite a nice sound. Very good pianos. All right, pipe organ. So if you ever go to a church, or some cinemas or theatres still have these, you might have heard of a Wurlitzer organ. That's what this is. Lots of different buttons. It's a bit like a spaceship. It's kind of exciting. I've played one in a very, very big church. It's good fun. You've got lots of things to play with your fingers and your hands, and you've got stuff to do with your feet. It's a lot of multitasking going on there. And then we've got a flute. So if you play a flute, which is what that is, you are called a flautist, which sounds a bit like a florist, but it's nothing to do with flowers. So a flautist plays the flute, which is a beautiful sounding instrument. And then we've got drums. Whoever you are, you can play a drum and you can make it sound like a drum, which is kind of cool. So there's lots of different drums there, and they'll all have very different sounds. Some will be quite high, some will sound like they're vibrating or distorting, so they sound a bit funny. Interesting set of drums there. And finally, the drum kit, the humble drum kit, which you see in most modern bands today. Kind of cool. We like drums. Drums are good. Drums and bass go together. In fact, they go together so well. There's even a whole music thing called drum and bass. Jo.
Well, it's time for story time, and it's a story about music making. Musical instruments, and we have Dave the dog with us.
More importantly than the music maker story, which is kind of cool, we've actually got Dave the dog, and we had a go at trying to get him on this time. It was I hope it was a bit more successful.
See what happens. Our story today is The Music Maker, and joining me is Dave the dog, but I've just got to ring him up. Are you ready? Dave, are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, hello, Dave. I think we got the same problem as last week. I can't see you.
Have you opened your eyes?
Yes, I've opened my eyes.
Oh, let me try another button. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
How's that?
No, can't see you either. Can still hear you.
Have you turned it off and on again?
No.
Well, just thought I'd ask. Okay, hang on. One more time. Ready?
One more time.
I think I've got it sussed now.
Oh, good.
Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. How's that?
I can see curtains.
I was a bit frightened.
Oh, Dave, come on up. Come on, show yourself. Why are you frightened?
Will people laugh at me?
No, they're not going to laugh at you. Why would they laugh at you?
Am you sure?
Yeah, I'm absolutely certain. We want to see you, Dave. We've been
Okay.
yay!
Hello.
We can see you. Fantastic. Shall I get on with the story then? Are you ready?
Yes, please.
So, the music maker was a man who could play any instrument whatsoever. You name it, he could play it.
Could he play a piano?
Piano, yes. So you played, yeah, he could play the piano.
I can't. I haven't got fingers.
No. He could,
Bass
yeah.
guitar.
Bass guitar, yeah. Down, down, down.
Pipe organ.
Pipe organ, yeah, with all those
Lots of
pipes.
buttons. Like a spaceship.
Spaceship, yeah. So the music maker could play any instrument, whatever he put his mind to, and he was very good at it. Well, one day, there was this next door neighbour who suddenly became quite sad. Like he didn't know why he was sad, and nobody knew.
Terrible.
I know, it's very sad, isn't it? Oh, you've got your sad face on, Dave. Well, it is sad.
He's sad.
Because nobody could help him. His friends, his family, they tried to cheer him up, give him a nice meal, or
I don't like
go
this
out.
story.
Oh dear, that's really sad, isn't it?
Did you get happy again?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
All right.
So his friends and his family tried to help him, and they all scratched their head, and they couldn't figure it out.
I can't scratch my
You
head.
can't scratch your head, no. And so even the doctor didn't know what to do. He says, well, there's nothing wrong with this neighbour.
That's not good, is
But
it?
it's just so sad. Anyway, one day, the music maker who lived next door was drumming. He was drumming and really, really hard and fast. And he got so hot that he opened his window, and the drumming sound went outside to his next door neighbour, who was very sad. And the next door neighbour was happy again.
That's
Was
really
happy.
good, isn't it?
Yeah, have you
That's
got your happy
brilliant.
face on, Dave? Happy face. Yeah, the next door neighbour was so happy because the music made him happy. So he went running down to the music maker.
That's
He
awesome.
knocked on the door and he said, oh, you've made me happy again. Could you please play your drums whenever I'm sad? And so from then on, whenever this man was sad, if it suddenly came on to him, the music maker would open his window, drum away, and the neighbour was happy again.
That's pretty cool.
It is good, isn't it? Music makes us happy.
It does.
It does.
I like moshing.
Yeah, you're going to do some moshing, are you? Oh, we can see you dancing because we didn't see it last week, did we? Excellent.
No.
Thank you for joining us, Dave the dog. We'll
Okay.
say goodbye to you now.
Bye.
Bye. Click. That's story time.
So we finally managed to get Dave the dog to show his face, which was kind of awesome. He hasn't got fingers, so he can't press the buttons. You see, that's the problem. He has to bash the tablet to make it work. So we're moving on to song time next, and we've been having a bit of a go at some nursery rhymes recently, and some you will know the words to, and some you may not, and some we've actually added brand new actions which we think you'll like. So here's a couple of songs for you to do for song time. Make sure you got some space around you so you don't bash into your brother or your sister or the wall. And I hope you enjoy song time. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle, all the night. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Then the traveller in the dark thanks you for your tiny spark. He could not see which way to go if you did not twinkle so. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Trinity, made of three. See what they made, see what they made. They made the sun and the moon and stars, made the trees and the birds and flowers, made the wind and the rain and sun. They made you and me. Trinity, made of three. See what they made, see what they made. They made the sun and the moon and stars, made the trees and the birds and flowers, made the wind and the rain and sun. They made you and me. Trinity, made of three. See what they made, see what they made. They made the sun and the moon and stars, made the trees and the birds and flowers, made the wind and the rain and sun. They made you and me.
Wow, that was great. I hope you were able to join in with some of those actions.
New actions.
New actions. We enjoyed doing that. Wow, with all this music and talk of music, we're going to have art time now and we're going to make a musical instrument. For art time today, we're going to make one of these shakers. It's a bottle shaker, and as you can see, I've put popcorn kernels in one and pasta in the other, and I've decorated with some musical instruments, notes and some spots on that one. Now this one's got the lid, and it's preferable to have a lid, but this one I lost it, so I just put some tape on the top. So what you're going to need to start with is an old plastic bottle, preferably with a lid, but you can always put tape on the top. Some paper, or I've got some sticky labels to decorate, so just pop that round the outside of the bottle, and you can use pens, crayons, paints, whatever you like. You can decorate the paper first, then put on the bottle. What I'm going to put the sticky labels on to start with, around the bottle. I found this particular size bottle only needed 3 labels, but you might have a different size, so you might need more. So I'm going to pop them around the middle, so you can still see the contents bouncing around when you're shaking them as a musical instrument, but it also decorates it and makes it look nice. So there's my 3rd sticker, and this time I'm going to just put some squiggly lines on, I think, a bit of colour to make it look nice, and go all the way around a squiggly line. Now you can decorate it how you like. In fact, you could not decorate it, you could just leave it plain, so you can see all the way into the bottle as you shake it. It's up to you. And I'm going to do one more. I'll do another red actually. And you could just have lots of fun being creative and decorating the bottle. And once you've done that, then we take the lid off, and we want to put the pasta inside. That's what I'm going to use, pasta, or you can use popcorn kernels. Now with the popcorn kernels, you might need a funnel, otherwise it might go everywhere. If you haven't got a funnel, you could make one. So you just need an A4 piece of paper, and you make a shape like that on the A4 paper, like a cone. Cut the cone out, and then obviously wrap the paper around to create the cone, sellotape it, and then cut off the end with some scissors, and then you have yourself a simple funnel if you don't want to have one. I don't need to use the funnel with the pasta. I'm just going to pop the pasta in, and you only really need a few bits. I think that will be enough. And then you pop the lid on. If you want to make it more secure, you put some tape on top so it doesn't fall out. And there you go. A bottle shaker. Enjoy.
So they were kind of fun. We've left them with the teddy bear so they can have a little play later. So we have come to the end of another Little Blessings Online, which always makes me sad, but we enjoy doing these. That's okay. And we will be back next week for more, which is even better. So we always say this every week. If you would like to pray for somebody or something and you don't quite know how to pray, then we can pray for you in something we call Prayer 262. And we've got a little video that talks about it where me and Peter explain all about Prayer 262. Prayer 262 with the Berry Bunch. But what is Prayer 262?
We pray for 6 minutes.
And we say thank you to God for 2 minutes.
So 10 minutes at tops.
So 7 o'clock in the evening on Facebook with the Berry Bunch. We pray for 6 minutes.
Thank God for 2 minutes.
10 minutes tops. Prayer 262.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode. There'll be more next week. Bye for now.
Bye for now. There are loads of ways to keep in touch with the Berry Bunch. Visit our website and make sure you sign up to the blog and get notified on all our videos, posts, exciting news and seasonal events. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get told when we post brand new video resources. Take a look over Dingdash, a fabulous place that connects people from all over the world. Like us on Facebook, where we hang out and post extra stuff to encourage and inspire you. We're on Instagram too and share extra photos when we're out and about. And if you're enjoying, using or sharing what we do, visit us over on Patreon and you can become part of the extended Berry Bunch family by supporting us with the cost of all we do.